Toxic people can spot you in under 30 seconds. They scan a room, make eye contact with you, and their brain unconsciously says, "That one, they'll tolerate my behavior." You're not imagining this, it's a real psychological phenomenon, and right now, you're broadcasting at least 3 signals that make you a magnet for the exact people you're trying to avoid. I'm about to reveal all 3 and show you how to switch them off starting today. First, we need to get real about something most people won't tell you because it's uncomfortable. Toxic people aren't choosing you because you're weak, they're choosing you because you have something they want. Think about that for a second. Predators don't hunt rocks. They hunt prey that is like value, energy, empathy, resources, attention. You have these things in abundance, and that's actually a strength, but it becomes a vulnerability when you don't know how to protect it. Here's what they're spotting. They're looking for specific psychological patterns, and you're displaying them without even knowing it. It's like walking around with an invisible sign that only they can see, and it says available for exploitation. Let me break down exactly what's on that sign. Signal number 1, weak boundaries that apologize for existing. You say "I'm sorry" when someone bumps into you. You over-explain your decisions. When someone asks you for something, your first instinct isn't "do I want this," but "how can I avoid disappointing them?" Toxic people see this immediately. They watch how you interact with others, and they notice that you negotiate your boundaries like they're optional. To them, that's an engraved invitation. Signal number 2, your need for external validation. Here's a painful one. You light up just a little too much when someone compliments you. You check how your message was received. You reshape your opinions based on the room's energy. Toxic people are experts at reading hunger, and they see you're hungry for approval. That's not a character flaw. It's often a scar from your past, but they will feed you just enough validation to keep you hooked while they drain everything else. Signal number 3, the fixer complex. When someone shares a problem, you don't just listen. You feel responsible for solving it. You see potential in people that they don't see in themselves. You believe if you just love them hard enough, support them long enough, they'll change. This is beautiful. This is also why you're exhausted. Toxic people don't spot you despite your compassion. They spot you because of it. They know you'll stay through behaviors others would walk away from on day 1. Signal number 4, conflict avoidance at all costs. You'd rather twist yourself into a pretzel than have an uncomfortable conversation. You minimize your own hurt to keep the peace. "It's not that big of a deal" becomes your mantra, even when it is a big deal. Toxic people see someone who won't call them out, who won't enforce consequences, who values harmony over self-respect, and they will absolutely take advantage of that. Now let's talk about why this happens on a deeper level, because understanding this is how you break the pattern. Toxic people, narcissists, manipulators, emotional vampires, they've spent their entire lives studying human behavior because their survival depends on it. Normal people build connections through authenticity. Toxic people build connections through strategy. They're not more intelligent than you, but they are more practiced at spotting psychological vulnerabilities because they've been doing it since childhood. Many of them learned early that the world is transactional, that people are tools, and they've honed the skill of finding people who haven't learned to protect themselves yet. Here's the key insight. You're visible to them because you're still operating from trust as your default setting. You assume good intentions. You give second, third, fourth chances. You believe people when they show you who they want to be, not who they actually are. And while that openness is a gift in healthy relationships, in the presence of toxicity, it's like walking into a storm without a coat. Before we go any further, I need you to hear this. This is not your fault. If you grew up in an environment where your needs came second, where love was conditional, where you had to earn your right to take up space, you were trained to be visible to toxic people. You learned that your value came from what you could provide for others. If you were taught that being nice meant never saying no, that being good meant sacrificing yourself, that conflict meant you were bad, you were programmed with faulty software that toxic people know how to exploit. This isn't a character defect, this is conditioning. And the beautiful thing about conditioning is that it can be reconditioned. Alright, now we get to the transformation part. How do you turn off that signal? How do you become invisible to the people who want to use you? Step 1. Build boundaries that don't apologize. Start saying no without explaining yourself into exhaustion. No, that doesn't work for me as a complete sentence. Watch what happens when you stop negotiating your right to your own time, energy, and peace. Toxic people lose interest fast when they realize you're not movable. Step 2. Validate yourself. Do something radical. Start noticing when you're looking for someone else's approval and pause. Ask yourself, do I approve of this? Does this align with who I am? The moment you stop needing external validation is the moment you stop being manipulable. Toxic people can't control someone who doesn't need them to feel okay. Step 3. Let people fix themselves. This one's hard, but it's essential. Release the belief that you're responsible for other people's growth, healing, or happiness. You can care about someone and still let them face the consequences of their choices. When you stop rescuing people from themselves, toxic people move on to easier targets. Step 4. Get comfortable with conflict. Start viewing conflict not as a threat to the relationship, but as information about whether the relationship should exist at all. Practice speaking up when something bothers you, even if your voice shakes. Toxic people evaporate when you become someone who will call out bad behavior. Step 5. Trust your gut immediately. Stop talking yourself out of your initial read on people. That feeling in your stomach when something's off. That's not anxiety. That's data. Start honoring it. Toxic people rely on you doubting yourself. The moment you start trusting your intuition is the moment their tactics stop working. Here's what nobody tells you about becoming invisible to toxic people. Your whole life changes. You'll lose people. Some friendships will end. Some family dynamics will get uncomfortable. Because when you stop being available for dysfunction, people who were benefiting from that dysfunction get upset. Let them. What you gain is so much more valuable. You gain energy. You gain peace. You gain the mental and emotional space to build relationships with people who actually see you, value you, and respect you. You'll start noticing that healthy people become more visible to you, because you're no longer distracted by managing toxic relationships. Your bandwidth opens up, and suddenly you're attracting people who operate from a place of abundance, not scarcity. So, here's my challenge to you. Pick one signal from this video that resonated most and commit to changing it this week. If it's boundaries, practice saying no to one thing without explaining. If it's validation, catch yourself seeking approval and redirect that energy inward. If it's the fixer complex, let someone sit with their own problem without jumping in. Small changes create massive shifts. You don't have to overhaul your entire personality overnight. You just have to stop signaling that you're available for toxicity. And remember this, the goal isn't to become cold or closed off. The goal is to become selectively open, generous with your energy toward people who honor it, and unavailable to people who exploit it. You deserve relationships where you're not constantly bracing for impact. You deserve to walk into a room and be invisible to the people who would drain you, and magnetic to the people who would celebrate you. That version of you already exists. You just have to stop hiding them behind the version toxic people taught you to be. Now go reclaim your energy. I'll see you in the next one.